I'm continuing my reading here. What I'm doing in this series is I am reading through the entire standard works of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This consists of the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants, and the Pearl of Great Price. I am reading in a chronological order according to events, not according to publication or volume, so I will be jumping around a little bit. Right now, I am in the Book of Job. This will be Job chapter 15. Eliphaz sets forth the disquietude of wicked men. They do not believe they shall return out of darkness and be resurrected. Then answered Eliphaz the Temanite and said, Should a wise man utter vain knowledge and fill his belly with east wind? Should he reason with unprofitable talk, or with speeches wherewith he can do no good? Yea, thou castest off fear and restrainest prayer before God. For thy mouth uttereth thine iniquity, and thou choosest the tongue of the crafty. Thine own mouth condemneth thee, and not I. Yea, thine own lips testify against thee. Art thou the first man that was born? Or wast thou made before the hills? Hast thou heard the secret of God? And dost thou restrain wisdom to thyself? What knowest thou that we know not? What understandest thou which is not in us? With us are both the gray-headed and very aged men, much elder than thy father. Are the consolations of God small with thee? Is there any secret thing with thee? Why doth thine heart carry thee away? And what do thine eyes wink at? That thou turnest thy spirit against God, and lettest such words go out of thy mouth. Okay. This is Eliphaz again. He's the first one that spoke. Now, if you will recall in previous chapters, Job has said, look, I understand you guys are smart, you're intelligent, you learned, but I've also studied. I'm just as smart as you guys. And here's the problem with your reasoning. And he laid out why what they were saying didn't make sense and didn't help him in any way. And now Eliphaz is getting upset. And he's saying, wait a minute. We are just as intelligent as you, and yet you're accusing us of speaking unwisely and giving false counsel and all this stuff. How dare you? I love with us are both the gray-headed and very aged men, much elder than thy father. So he's saying, look, we have the elders with us. We have learned from our elders, and you need to do the same. You need to, and what you have said is what's going to condemn you. Remember, to Eliphaz specifically, Job said, your words don't mean anything because you haven't told me what I did wrong. And now Eliphaz is saying, I don't need to tell you. You've just done it again. Your very words are condemning you because of the way you're talking, because you are condemning, you are chastising God. So, verse 14. What is man that he should be clean? And he which is born of a woman, that he should be righteous? Behold, he putteth not trust in his saints. Yea, the heavens are not clean in his sight. How much more abominable and filthy is man, which drinketh iniquity like water? I will shew thee, hear me, and that which I have seen I will declare, which wise men have told from their fathers, and have not hid it. Unto whom alone the earth was given, and no stranger passed among them. The wicked man travaileth with pain all his days, and the number of years is hidden to the oppressor. A dreadful sound is in his ears, and prosperity the destroyer shall come upon him. He believeth not that he shall return out of darkness, and he is waited for of the sword. He handeth abroad for bread, saying, Where is it? He knoweth that the day of darkness is ready at his hand. Trouble and anguish shall make him afraid. They shall prevail against him as a king ready to battle. For he stretcheth out his hand against God, and strengtheneth himself against the Almighty. He runneth upon him, even on his neck, upon the thick bosses of his bucklers, because he covereth his face with his fatness, and maketh collops of fat on his flanks. And he dwelleth in desolate cities, and in houses which no man inhabiteth, which are ready to become heaps. He shall not be rich, neither shall his substance continue, neither shall he prolong the perfection thereof upon the earth. He shall not depart out of darkness, The flame shall dry up his branches, and by the breath of his mouth shall he go away. Let not him that is deceived trust in vanity, for vanity shall be his recompense. It shall be accomplished before his time, and his branch shall not be green. He shall shake off his unripe grapes as the vine, and shall cast off his flower as the olive. For the congregation of hypocrites shall be desolate, and fire shall consume the tabernacles of bribery. They conceive mischief, and bring forth vanity, and their belly prepareth deceit. So this is now Eliphaz's response to what Job has just said. Remember, Bildad and what was the other guy's name again? What was his name? Bildad, it's Eliphaz, Zophar, that's his name, yeah. Bildad and Zophar have been saying, look, God punishes the wicked and he upholds the righteous. And Job's response is, yeah, but there's plenty of wicked people who are prospering. And there's enough righteous that are suffering that can't be the explanation. That can't be all there is. Because it doesn't always work that way. And so Eliphaz is saying, they may prosper in this life, but they have no hope after this life. They live in this fear and dread of death. They aren't happy. They may have worldly possessions, but they're not happy people. And when they die, they can't take any of that with them. They're just in darkness. The wicked's end is darkness. That's what, and Eliphaz is right. It is. And there's an allusion here. It says, he shall not depart out of darkness. The flame shall dry up his branches, and by the breath of his mouth shall he go away. This is kind of an allusion to the spirit prison. The people who don't believe in God, not only do they not look forward to a resurrection, but they will be kept in darkness until the last days. They don't have that hope. They don't receive a part of the first resurrection. So Eliphaz is not necessarily wrong in what he is saying, but we will see Job's response to this in the next chapter.